Welcome back to Going Bush, everybody. Time now on the program that we try and encourage you to do the same. Go bush, that is.
That's exactly right, Nick. There's thousands of square kilometres of state reserve in Tasmania, and what you can do in them, well, the options are pretty much endless.
It can be as rough and tumble as rock climbing or mountain bike orienteering, or as relaxing and reflective as photography or bird watching. But the bottom line is that State Forest represents a big chunk of Tasmania. Thanks to a 6,000 kilometre road network, access is available and encouraged.
A recent addition to the state forestry walking trails is Dooleys Track on the banks of the Wilmot River in the northwest. Originally carved into the landscape in the 1850s during Tasmania's stuttering gold rush, its restoration has been a community partnership.
Most of Dooleys Track in the lower reaches is on state forest, and the Wilmot Heritage Trails Group came to forestry with this fantastic idea for a recreational infrastructure, and we thought that it sounded like a great idea, but we quite honestly never thought we'd see it realised in our lifetime. But we totally underestimated what a community group can do when they're really, really passionate. And so we got together, formed a partnership, and Dooleys Track is a result of that partnership.
The track is named in honour of James Dooley, the government surveyor who led its construction, though it's believed the local landowners paid for the build, fearing the wheels of bureaucracy may stall the rush for gold.
They did not want to wait for land communication with Hobart to come back and have government money to build this. They thought there was gold along the river, so they actually passed the hat around, took a collection, and commissioned the building of the track.
And despite the challenges of climate and terrain, the track was finished in what seems an amazingly short period of time.
4.5 months, middle of winter, 78 kilometres of track. And they had to be driven by gold fever, because, I mean, we've been working on this for 8 years with a bunch of volunteers, and we have pretty dedicated volunteers. They work hard, they don't do it every day, but they do a good job, and we're still not all the way.
Dooleys Track now offers something for bushwalkers of varying fitness levels, as well as parallel horse riding and mountain bike trails, and who knows, you may even stumble across some of that elusive Wilmot gold.
Yeah, whether it's Dooleys Track or any of the other hundreds of state reserves around Tasmania, Nick, you can do whatever you want. You can bring your horses, bring your dogs, you can go fishing. It's up to you.
That's exactly right. The other bonus of state forest, as opposed to, say, national park, for example, is it doesn't cost you any money to go and do what turns you on.
The Forestry Tasmania website has plenty of information about some of the more popular state forest sites. Some have all the comforts of home, while at others you'll definitely be going bush.
It ranges from a lot of infrastructure at places like Liffey Falls or the Meander Falls Walk, where there's quite a lot of infrastructure, to places that are still quite wild. And we like to think that people have their favourite spot that they feel belongs to them, not particularly well known and with very little infrastructure, but just a favourite spot where people like to go.
State forests cover about 1.5 million hectares in Tasmania, so there's a fair chance you'll find somewhere you like. There are more than 70 recreation and picnic sites spread over the state, with more than 250 listed walking tracks.
And it costs nothing to visit any of these sites. Just remember to take it easy on the roads and keep an eye on the campfire.